Hello Fantasy Leaguers, I am your host Cody Gregory, and I want to say thank you for tuning in for another episode of Cody's Fantasy Corner. Back from my own bye week, I am happy to be here to talk fantasy with you again. Remember that the premise of this show is to give you the best info for the up and coming week on your fantasy football leagues based on my own opinion, research of various experts. Now let's get to it. I will only be discussing the Atom and Drop'ems today segment just based on the fact that we missed that 1 week. So remember that I will be giving you players that are less than 69% owned that you should be adding, and I'm also going to be giving you players that are 70% owned or more that you should be dropping. The percentages are based off of ESPN, so just bear with me. So we're going to go to the Atom Drop'ems, and my first Atom is going to be Vernon Davis. This guy I know has been irrelevant the last couple years, but this guy has been very relevant the last 4 weeks. Vernon Davis, despite Jordan Reed being back, has proven to produce. In the last 4 games, he has accumulated 288 yards and 2 touchdowns, 66 of those coming against an impressive Viking defense. I'm not saying he's a must-start, but he should at least be on your bench as a backup or maybe a week-to-week streaming option. Now, as for my next guy, I have chosen Damien Williams of the Miami Dolphins. I know you probably maybe never heard of him. Well, he's 4.2% owned currently. Now, this guy might be the best insurance policy, for the rest of the year, considering the fact that he's behind, a young running back in J.J. who's doing well. But when Damien Williams is on the field, he is producing. I know he only gets somewhere around 6 touches a game, but those touches are within the 5-yard line generally. I mean, just last game, he was lined up as a fullback, and he ran a touchdown, and then he also caught a touchdown. So he's also mixed in with the passing game as well. As for my next guy and my last Atom is going to be James Starks. He's only 27.8% owned, but I think this guy is now relevant considering that he's back and he's dealing with Ty Montgomery, who honestly isn't a true back, and James Starks, as you know, is. Starks ran 7 times for 33 yards and hauled in a receiving touchdown on 3 catches for 11 yards. That's a pretty good day considering that it was his first game back since his injury. And this guy will receive anywhere from 10 to 15 touches a game, and I can only imagine that his involvement is going to pick up as the year goes on if he improves the way he does. He's a low-end RB2 for me, and he must be owned. Now let's get to the Drop'em section. As for the Drop'ems, I have chosen probably a guy that not a lot of people are choosing right now because he's 96.7% owned. It's Emmanuel Sanders. I believe that Emmanuel Sanders just isn't producing at the level that he should be. And with him being on a bye coming up this next week, I don't believe that he should be on your team if you need to pick someone up. He's only averaging like 5 receptions a game the last few games, and I just don't see how you can keep him on your team if you need to add someone. So if you feel obligated to keeping him, feel free, but with this bye week, I highly recommend you dropping him. As for my next guy, I have gone with Duke Johnson Jr. He's 69% owned, and this guy just flat out isn't performing. I just don't see how you can be starting this guy when he is only getting an average of 10 touches a game on a terrible offense. He's at best receiving, back. He's a good receiving back, but that's it, and he's got a terrible quarterback. So I don't see how you can even put this guy in your flex spot. I think he needs to be dropped. And for my last guy, this guy is kind of personal to me. It's Coby Fleener. He's 75.9% owned, and he's probably one of the more owned tight ends that shouldn't be owned, considering the fact that he just isn't producing in an offense that is so lethal. I thought coming in, and also many experts thought that with the Drew Brees offense, he would be able to perform at a high level, but unfortunately, he isn't. And I think there's a lot more streaming options out there that you can go with. Especially, he's had 3 catches and 50 yards in the past 4 games. He's averaging those 3 catches, and he just can't be on your team at this point in the season. This late, you can't trust him, so you got to drop Fleener. And, I just want to say thank you. Don't forget to follow me via Twitter at AUCFC, where, I'll answer any of your fantasy questions. And I just want to say from all of us here at AU Spartan Media, thank you and good luck.